My daughter quit her piano lessons and I found out why in the parking lot. Emma had been begging for piano lessons since she was 6. Please, Dad, I promise I'll practice every day. 2 years of weekly lessons, $120 a month. Her teacher, Mrs. Johnson, always said Emma had natural talent. For months, Emma would rush home from school and go straight to the piano. She'd play the same pieces over and over, humming along with a huge smile. She even started composing her own little melodies, scribbling notes on scraps of paper. I'd find them everywhere, in her backpack, taped to her bedroom wall, even stuffed in her coat pockets. Dad, listen to this, she'd say, pulling me away from work emails to hear her latest creation. Those moments were pure magic. Watching her little fingers dance across the keys, seeing that look of pure concentration on her face, it was worth every penny. Then last month, everything changed. Emma suddenly wanted to quit. Piano is boring. I want to do soccer instead. This from the kid who used to play Chopin for her stuffed animals and begged us to get a second piano for Christmas. I was frustrated. Emma, we've invested so much time and money. You can't just quit when things get challenging. But I hate it now, she said, tears forming. Mrs. Johnson says I'm not trying hard enough. She makes me play the same song over and over. Her practice sessions became battles. She'd sit at the piano bench with slumped shoulders, pecking at keys like she was afraid of them. The joy was completely gone. No more humming, no more made-up songs, no more excited calls for me to listen. I figured she was just hitting a rough patch. Every kid goes through this with activities. The initial excitement wears off. The real work begins. I told her we'd finish out the month, then reassess, but something felt off. Emma used to chatter about her lessons. Mrs. Johnson taught me this cool scale today. Now she'd climb in the car after lessons looking defeated. When I asked how it went, she'd just shrug and stare out the window. Today I arrived early to pick her up. Usually I'd wait in the car scrolling my phone, but something made me walk to the studio door. Through the window, I watched Mrs. Johnson grab Emma's wrists roughly. No, no, no. Your fingers are too stiff. You'll never be a real pianist with hands like that. Emma's face crumpled. I'm sorry, I'm trying. Trying isn't enough. Some children have musical gifts. Others, Mrs. Johnson shrugged dismissively. Perhaps you should stick to simpler hobbies. Maybe coloring books are more your speed. My heart shattered watching my confident little girl shrink into herself. Emma wiped her eyes with her sleeve, then placed her hands back on the keys with trembling fingers. Again, Mrs. Johnson snapped. And this time, try to remember you're supposed to be learning, not wasting my time. My blood boiled. I walked in mid-lesson. Mrs. Johnson, we're done here. Excuse me? We still have 15 minutes. You're fired. I helped Emma pack her music books, and we won't be paying for this month. Mrs. Johnson sputtered about contracts and professionalism. Your daughter lacks natural ability. I was trying to manage your expectations. The only thing lacking here is your teaching ability, I said, zipping up Emma's music bag. Come on, sweetheart. In the car, Emma was quiet for several blocks. Finally, she whispered, Are you mad I wasted all that money, Dad? Sweetheart, the only thing wasted here was my time finding the wrong teacher. So I can quit piano? I looked at her in the rearview mirror. Her eyes were still red from crying. Do you still love playing? She nodded slowly. Just not with her yelling at me. She makes me feel stupid. You're not stupid, Emma. You're incredibly talented. Mrs. Johnson forgot the most important part of teaching, believing in your students. Then we'll find someone who teaches with kindness, not fear. Emma's face lit up for the first time in weeks. Really? Can we find someone who lets me play my own songs too? Absolutely. 3 weeks later, Emma played her first song for her new teacher, Mr. Rodriguez. She was smiling again, her shoulders relaxed, fingers flowing across the keys like water. He listened to one of her compositions and called it brilliant creativity. Turns out she never lost her talent. She just needed someone who believed in nurturing it instead of crushing it. Sometimes the expensive lesson isn't worth learning.